Hi everyone, my name is Tori. This is Novel Life. Welcome back to my channel. I am in the middle of over 60 series. That is so many, and I need to catch up on them. So in this vlog, I'm going to pick a couple of series that I'm in the middle of, catch up on them and or finish them out, and I am very, very excited because a lot of the books I'm going to be reading in this vlog are last books in this series, which means it's a conclusion and I can check them off of my series tracker, but also number two, I get to see where these characters go and how their story ends, and I am so excited for that. So I'm gonna go through the books that I definitely want to get to in this vlog. Now, the first one that I'm gonna start with, A Sky Beyond the Storm by Sabaa Tahir. I am so excited for this, but I'm also so nervous. This is the longest book in this series. It is the fourth book in the Ember and the Ashes series. I started this series this year, and it's one that I've kept up with every month or so. I've read a book in that series, and I've loved it. So I have the audiobook and I physically have the book, so I'm going to be listening and or reading along. This series follows, I don't even know how to explain it, following three characters in this book. They're all doing their own separate things in book three, so I really want them to come together in the end of this book. And I don't know, I have no idea what's going to happen. I wish I could tell you. I wish I had theories. I have no theories. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what Sabaa Tahir is going to do in this book, okay? But I have high hopes that this could be a 5-star for me. But yeah, I love these characters and I love the character growth, and I cannot wait to see what happens with Laya, what happens with Elias in this book. So I'm very excited for that one. We have a little guest before I dive into my next books. Look at this kitty cat. Say hi, Mochi baby. She is attacking me while we are filming. She just wants to run around and she wants to be the kitty cat. Yeah, you wanna say hi? Say hi. Hi, you're so pretty, girl. Yeah, I love you. Okay, run around. Sorry for the kitty cat intermission. Having a kitten is no joke, but the next series that I definitely want to read in this reading vlog is the Plated Prisoner series, and I want to catch up on Gold and Goldfinch. Now, these are the last two books in this series. I know it's the last two books, but I know it's also the longest two books in the series. It is ridiculously long, these two books, but I'm so excited. I love the audiobooks for this series. The narrators have done an amazing job with the emotions and all that stuff that the characters, that the voice actors narrate in this book, is a beautiful. So I stopped this series on book 4 2 months ago, and it was a good pause because I read 3 and 4 back to back. So I read 1 and 2 back to back. I read 3 and 4 back to back. I lied. I read book 1. And I was like, okay, good start to the series. I read books 2, 3, and 4 back to back to back. I think in the same reading vlog because I couldn't stop reading. And after book 4, I was like, okay, I could take a break from all of the crap that happened in the first 3 books, those 3 books that I read, because so much happened and so much just devastation happened to those characters. I was like, okay, I can take a breath. Now I know a lot of stuff is gonna happen in book 5 and 6. I know. And I cannot wait, but I'm also ready to finally dive back in. I do have the audiobooks for this as well, but they're available on Kindle Unlimited, so I can switch back and forth between the audio and the ebook. And the last series that I want to catch up on, because I've heard that there is another book coming out, is The Night Prince. The Night Prince is book 2 in the Wolf King series. I listened to book 1 in a reading vlog sometime, and it was a very fun time. I was not expecting the ending. I don't know who the hero is. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm here for it, and I do have the audiobook for this one. So I have primarily been reading a lot of audiobooks. That's just how my life is going at the moment, is audiobook time, and I'm not mad about it because I've read a lot of good audiobooks. I really hope to get to those books. I hope you come along with me, see if we can finish up and catch up on these series, because I have a whole list of series I want to start. You know, I have books on my TBR that are first in a fantasy romance and or fantasy series, and I want to finish out some series before I dive into new series, because it is making me a little anxious that my list of series is getting longer and longer and longer. So come along with me for this reading vlog. We'll see what we get up to. Probably a lot of Mochi content. I apologize in advance if you don't like kitten content. She's attacking my foot. Ow! She is attacking my foot right now while I'm filming, so kitten content is coming for you in this vlog. So let's get it started, and I'm gonna start A Sky Beneath, what is this? A Sky Beyond the Storm, that one. Hello. I am here for a check-in. Slick back bun, no makeup, well, very little makeup. That's what we're going with today. This week has been a crazy work week, but Mochi and Misi are in here. Misi's behind me. Mochi's doing Mochi things. Okay, I am about 40% end to this book. Okay, so this far. So I'm almost 50% into it. I'm on chapter 30 technically. And I have a lot of thoughts already on this book, so we're gonna dive into them because it's a lot. Okay, so with this book, last book in the series, I'm a little nervous of where this is going. It's starting to get better, but I will say I got to 20% and I sat on this book for about 2 days. Also, my library loan, like my audiobook hold, was returned or whatever. I was like, I need the audiobook. Like, there's no way I can sit down and physically read this. I'm gonna DNF this book, and I don't want to DNF it because I've listened to all the other books. I love the audiobooks. So I realized that I've never actually tried Everand, which is like an audiobook and ebook like subscription where you can not download, but you can listen to audiobooks. And it used to be Scribd, if you guys have been around for a little while, Scribd, where you could have like 3 or 4 downloads every single month, ebook or audio. But now I signed up for a free trial and you only get 1. So I got 1. Anyway, long story short, got the audiobook again for this. So we're back, baby, we're back. I'm gonna listen to more of the audiobook today. I don't know when I'll update you. I can't tell you obviously like plot-wise what's happening with this story because everything would be a spoiler for the first 3 books in the series. Do I think right now that the series is worth it? Yes, I do like Sabaa Tahir's writing. I personally don't think that I'm in the like biggest mood for a hardcore YA. When I started the series, I was loving it because I love the YA aspect. And each month as it goes on, as like time goes on and I'm picking up more like the 3rd and 4th book, I'm like not loving it as much as I did because I'm not in the mood for YA. Like all I want to read is dark romantasy. Dark adult romantasy books, I guess you could say. So like it's fine right now because I love these characters, but I feel like that's going to affect my rating, which goes back to one of my goals, not for like 2025 that I never put down. I definitely want to binge more series because when I binge more series, it's like one after the other rather than waiting months and months at a time. Then I'm like more invested in the characters at that moment. I want to read their story. I want to devour it. Obviously, if all the books are out, if they're not out, it's not like I can do anything about that. But I've started this series back in like January, February maybe. And I just feel like it's kind of not gone like downhill because I don't want to say downhill. It's just like I've fallen I haven't been in the mood for YA fantasy. That's what it is. So I'm going to keep pushing through because I want to finish this series out. It is getting, like I said, a little bit better. I can see where the storyline is going. Misi is getting Mochi. I can see where the storyline is going a little bit better. And I'm very excited. So I'm going to go back to reading. That is a very quick update. I literally can't tell you anything about the plot, what's happening. I want the characters to come back together, and that hasn't happened yet. I think I said that when I started this book, is I wanted the characters back together, and they still haven't gone back together. I don't know when that is. This is the longest book in the series. It's 17 hours for the audiobook, and the other ones have been like 14, 15. So I have high hopes for this last half. I really, really hope that it gets better, and I fall in love with it like how I did with the first book, because I love the first 2 books in the series. That is my quick update. After this book, I want to finish Gold and Goldfinch, so I'm definitely gonna start the audiobook for Gold like as soon as I can, because that's what I want to read. The dark romantasy that I'm talking about, that's what I want, so I'm definitely gonna read that. And I'm very, very excited to be back into that world and with those characters. So I'm gonna go because dinner just got done, and I will talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow when I have a bigger update, when I get farther into this book and or if I finish it. Well, finish this book. I really struggled with this one, guys. Like I really, really, really struggled. And I really think it's because I'm not in the mood for YA fantasy. Like all I keep thinking since I started this vlog and like I picked my TBR for August was starting Gold by Raven Kennedy and then going on to Goldfinch, which is the last 2 books in the Plated Prisoner series, and that's the darker romantasy. And I've just had like really good books like recently. Like I read the Compelling Fates series by Sophia Saint Germain, and that was like dark romantasy, like fast paced and stuff like that. And I think coming back to like a strict fantasy with no really romance, there's not a lot of dark aspects, I feel like this was not what I should have been reading at the time, if that makes sense, but I wanted to read it, so I pushed through the audiobook. And I'm landing at 3 stars, and I really, really, really honest to God think that it's just me not being in the mood for like a fantasy, young adult fantasy at the moment. And that makes me so mad because I loved the first 2 books in the series, and then I got to the 3rd book and it was kind of going downhill, and this kind of like just was really boring for most of it. I like the last part of like seeing everyone together, but oh my God, I literally am like, what really happened in this book? I should have just DNF'd it and came back to it at a different time. I really should have done that. I really, really, really should have done that, because now I feel horrible that I ended this series that I was loving and now I'm not loving it. Like, now I'm not in love with it. So, that makes me feel really sad. Like, it really makes me feel sad. Like, because I know Sabaa Tahir is such an amazing writer that, like, I just didn't love it. Like, look at the art, like, goes with the book. I mean, I'm really glad I had these covers, and because they all line up with, like, with this part. But yeah, I did finish it. It's checked off. I may go back and reread this at a time, like when I am in the mood, but I should have like just put it to the side and tried something else. But now I'm very excited because now I get to start Gold by Raven Kennedy, which is the 5th book in the Play to Prisoner series, and I am so excited to finally finish and get back into the series. Now, if I jump into this book and this book is not grabbing my attention, then I'm officially in a reading slump, and I'm gonna be pissed. Because I've had some amazing reads recently, but I would be so pissed if like this isn't getting my attention, because this is what I want. This is what I think I want. So why wouldn't I love it? Anyway, I'm gonna go. It's pretty late, so I'm gonna go get ready for bed, start reading Gold. I'm really hoping that this is not a reading slump. This is not me getting into a reading slump, so I need this book to be really good, not let me get into a reading slump, and get me back into like the love of books again, because that book was like, took me a while. I also DNF'd a different book, like one of my most anticipated releases that I was reading, Wrath of the Dragons. So yeah, it's been a rough week with reading for me, so I need something to like pull me out of it. And I hope Gold is it, so I'll talk to you guys later. Hello, I have an update for you guys. So I have spent the last couple of days, it is August 1st, by the way, but I spent the last couple of days reading and listening to Gold by Raven Kennedy. So I'm literally 50% through, and I'm enjoying the read. I love the audiobooks. I love the narrators. I think they do an amazing job. So like, I'm totally fine with how the narration's going, the story and all that. Now, I will say up until this point that there has not been a filler book. Now, with every series, I always expect a filler book. But I realized that when I started listening to this one, it's a little bit slower paced, if that makes sense, than the previous 4 books in the series. The first book sets up the story. It's very short. Like, Guild sets up the story. It's very short, okay? Book 2, do I know the titles? No, I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's gonna bug me. Hang on. Glow. Yeah, okay. Gleam. It's Glint, Gleam, Glow. And I'm on Gold. Wow. Holy crap. Okay, so Guild sets up the book. Great, fantastic. Not even a romance in it other than like King Midas, which is supposed to be toxic, okay? Glint, I liked. I gave 4 stars. We're introduced to a certain character, blah, 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 blah. Now, my favorites have been 3 and 4. Because that's when, like, when a lot of the romance hits, a lot of the action, all of that. Like, I really love those 2 books, like, very action-packed. She's growing, she's learning, stuff like that. Now, this book, book 5, is definitely the filler book. This is what I was not expecting. I didn't expect it, but the farther I got into reading the book, I was like, oh, this is the filler book. And then I realized, oh, there hasn't really been a filler book in my opinion. And I'm not mad that it's a filler book because it's been very fast-paced. But there's something that happens at the end of book 4, which I'm not going to spoil, but I feel like I'm the only one that hasn't read this series. But there's something that happens to where the characters are separate for a specific time, which usually in every romantasy there's some time where they're separated, which is not my favorite because I like a romantasy because of the romance. Anyway, Arn has things to do that she is working on in this book. And basically our hero, our main male character, he is on a freaking warpath, okay? He is on a revenge warpath, and he is not stopping. So it's interesting that you see these two characters that previously have been together kind of working on things separate, and I understand probably because of the end of the book, she has a lot of things, like in the 6th book, she's like setting up the end of book 5 for book 6 to be like this epic conclusion, if that makes sense. So like, I'm not minding it, but it's not my favorite. Like, I'm listening, I'm enjoying, like I'm listening while I'm working, I'm seeing what these characters are doing. Arin is getting more with her power, certain things happen to her, she's learning more about her heritage, which like where she came from and stuff like that, which has always been like from the book 1 you don't really know, which is interesting. So it's like, it's fine, but I'm not like wholly obsessed like I was with book 3 and 4. So I don't know where it's gonna go, but also I'm like, okay, I'm 50% into the book and they still have separate. He's still on his freaking warpath. I'm like, dude, how many more people can you kill, right? Like, how many more people can you kill in this, like in all the kingdoms before you're like, you know, satiated with like your killing spree, you know what I mean? And then Arin is learning stuff, and I like that. I'm getting a little bored with it now that I read 50%. Like, I liked it, but now I'm like, okay, like I really would love the plot to progress, because I feel like it's only been like a couple days, and that's like not a long time. And that's like been plenty enough to see them separate. But we also get Queen Melina, I think that's her name, her point of view with the assassin that's happening. Like, that was a plot line where in book 3 and 4 I was like, I don't really like her. Like, I don't like her as a queen. Like, I think she's a crappy person. But now I'm like, oh, is she getting a romance? Like, is that where this is going? I'm a little intrigued. I just finished a chapter. I was like, oh shit, her and this assassin? Cool, all right. So, I don't know where that's going. So it's going. I don't have an update other than that, but I wanted to pause and say, like, yes, this is a filler book. So I don't know where it's gonna go, but I feel like she definitely could have changed the end of book 4 for this to be a last book. Now, I did hear, if I'm not mistaken, as these books were coming out, the author said that book 5 is going to be the last book, but it is not, and people were surprised that Goldfinch was the 6th and final book. So I know some people had mixed feelings about like the end of 4, book 5 being not the last book and being 6, because it was like dragged out. Like, book 6 just came out the end of 2024, so it hasn't even, I think it was like September 2024, so hasn't even been a year yet. So yeah, and anyway, I am gonna go and continue on with that series. That is a very long-winded update, but I mean, it's an update nonetheless. So I am gonna go. Hopefully these 2 books hit, because I have not been having the best luck with books. And so yeah, I need some really good books. And this is, I mean, it's hitting, it's dark, he's killing people, and I love it. And she's, you know, being a badass and learning about herself. So I'm all for that. It's just like, I need now the action to kick in. I need the plot to plot, not just the characters to be like driving this book. So anyway, I'm gonna go. That's all I have. Hello. I don't even know what day it is. It's Tuesday, that's what day it is. Okay, I wanted to update you because I had to actually like pause my book to update you. And if I didn't do it now, I was literally gonna listen to the rest of Goldfinch and just like fly through the book. So I have thoughts on Gold, because I finished Gold, and that took me a little bit longer. I think I pretty much told you it felt like a filler book. It definitely was a filler book. It was to get certain characters from point A to point B in the story, and I could tell that. So I gave it like 3.5 stars, 4 stars. Like, it was solid. Because I'm already invested in these characters, I was invested in the story that they were, like, in the journey that they were going on. So I did not mind that it felt like fillery. Like, she was doing her thing, he was doing his thing. We got to see other characters, and we got to see what they were doing, where they were going, all of that stuff. And I definitely really enjoyed it. I just felt like the plot wasn't really there. It was more of a character-driven book in a way that, like, we're just learning things. So I felt like fine with it, but it wasn't like, oh my god. The ending, did not see that coming though. So now I am moved on to Goldfinch. I am 56% through. And the beginning was a little rocky, only because I was like, they're still separated, they're still not together. I still had some questions of like certain things. And how do I say this without spoiling? Certain things happen to Arin, and I'm like, I don't know how she's gonna unfurl this. Like, I really don't know how she's gonna do this. But things, how do I say this? There was a part where things happen. I'm trying to be super vague and not spoil anything, but basically when the characters come together again, there's a point where it just like magically fixes something, and I was like, that's not what I was expecting, but also like it's kind of like a like how else were you gonna do it type of a thing. Like that was like the easy way out. So like it was fine. It was fine. I'm enjoying the read. I don't know where and when the Great War is gonna happen. Like you've seen battles in this book of like the Fae people with like the other with human people, and like how they're trying to figure this out, and you have the two queens, and you have Arin, and you have our hero. Like all of these things are coming together, and I'm waiting for that moment for it to come together, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking that's gonna be now in the last like 40% of the book, obviously, because I'm gonna be really pissed if like it doesn't wrap up, but like it's the last book in a series, so it has to wrap up. So like I'm just going with the flow. Like I'm not overly excited. Like I will say definitely 100% books like 2, 3, 4, 3, and 4 are some of my favorites of this series. Those were like 4.5-star reads for me, and I think these last 2 books are kind of like she extended this series. Like you can tell she extended the series to keep it going, because she definitely could have like ended stuff then, but like it's like she didn't have enough time to do everything that she wanted, so she had to extend the plot to have like plot points come out and like surprises come out. So I don't even know if that makes any sense. If you've read the series, I feel like you know what I'm talking about, but if you haven't, you're probably like, what the fuck? So yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. It's been fall-like weather here, so it's been like 69, which may be still hot for some of you, but I can actually wear fuzzy socks and pants in my house and not die like from heat. So yeah, it's been like cloudy and dreary, but it means it's like fall-like weather. It's still humid, but I'm gonna get back to work with my Diet Cherry Coke. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I love this. It's a very cherry. If you don't like cherry, you're not gonna like it. So like my husband hates cherry, anything really. He likes dark cherry, not normal cherry. I love everything cherry. I love this. It's very heavy on the cherry, and I like that. So I'm gonna get back to work, and I will probably update you later today when I finish Goldfinch. At least I hope so. I have a meeting, so I don't know how much listening time I'm gonna get, but that's the plan, and then I can move on to Night Prince. And I'm so excited because I went through some of my series in my reading journal yesterday, and I was like, I have lost the plot of like how many series I'm in. I don't know how many series I'm in the middle of. I don't know what series I want to finish, so I need to like sit down and like make a new spreadsheet or something and go digital, because it's easier to track that way. I don't know. Yeah. So I mean, I am glad I finished the Sabatier series. I'm basically finishing this. I'm finishing Plated Prisoner series in this vlog, and I'm catching up with the Wolf King series, because like the 3rd book's not coming out till like next year maybe, or something like that. So I have time. We're catching up and finishing series, and I'm very, very, very excited for it. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Hello, same setup, different day. I actually have a pretty big update because I've been flying through audiobooks in like the best way, so we're just gonna dive right in. Okay, this vlog is probably already ridiculously long, and I apologize for that. So hi Mochi, bye Mochi. Where was I? Okay, I finished Goldfinch, and I don't know if I was just nervous for this series to end, but I ended up rating it 4 stars, and I feel like the ending of this book was a little anticlimactic, and I don't know if anyone else felt that way. Like, I love the core like love story between our 2 characters. Like, I love them. I love that we're following them. I love what they're doing. I love how they like fought their way back to each other basically. But I felt like the like big setup that Raven Kennedy was trying to like set up in the 5th book and into the 6th book, it just felt like flat. I was fine with it. Like, it was okay. It wasn't epic. It wasn't magical. It wasn't anything like that'll blow my mind, if that makes sense. So that's why I kind of feel like if she would have ended this series at like book 4 and had book 5 to wrap things up, it would have totally been fine. I don't know what happened with the lighting. The sun just like came out. We have windows everywhere. So sorry about that. But it kind of just was like, it wrapped up with like a pretty nice bow, which I wasn't like mad about, but I was like, oh, okay. Like, I liked it. It was fine. I gave it 4 stars. So I don't really have anything for the last book. I do think like this series overall though, I really did enjoy. Like, I cannot believe that I went from DNFing the first book in this series not once but twice to now completing the series and loving the fantasy romance of it. Like, I really enjoyed it. I love the twists and turns, especially in book 3. Did not see that coming. If you know, you know. But I do really think that the whole series was worth it. So I think I rated book 1 like 3.5, 4 stars. Books 2, 4 star. 3 and 4 were both 4.5 star. Book 5 was a 3.5 star, and then book 6 was a 4 star. So like overall, the average was like a 4 star. So I'm definitely not mad about that. Like, for me to have a full 6 book series, and these books are long, to all land, like the whole series to land at like a 4 star average, totally fine with, totally happy with that. What is happening with the lighting? I'm so sorry, the sun just went behind the clouds. So yeah, it has been a fun ride. Now, moving on to my next read, The Night Prince by Lauren Palfreyman. Okay, I'm listening to the audiobook of this one. I love the audiobooks. The audiobooks are so good. If you can get your hands on the audiobooks, I highly suggest it. It's duet narration, and the book 2 has 2 different male narrators because it follows 2 males, like male characters, I guess you could say. I don't know what it is about this author's writing, but it is so bingeable, if that makes sense. Like, it is incredibly bingeable, and I love it so much. Hi, baby Mochi. Say hi, baby. The baby Mochi girl. This is a baby girl. Yeah, she just ate her food. She has a fat tummy. Look at that tummy. Oh my gosh, she's getting bigger every day. Yeah. Let me see you. Let me see in her right next to. Oh, she's laying down. Go. Soft. She don't grumble. Don't grumble at her. My gosh. I think it's 2. They're like 2 peas in a pod, but like she's 80 pounds and Mochi is like 2.5. So like, it's a wild ride with them too. Wild ride with you too. Yeah, this is the Mochi baby. Anyway, her books are so bingeable. I don't know what it is. I like the female characters fine. I liked her more in the first book than I do in the second book, but the second book, I'm 60% through. If I didn't say that, 60% through The Night Prince. I was not expecting to listen to so much yesterday, but it's literally so bingeable that I had to be like, pause for the day. I have to update this vlog, and I'm definitely gonna finish this book today. Like 100%, I have to finish it. I need to know what happens. I have a feeling, well, okay, I do know there is a book 3. So she was just picked up with Bloom. So her books were picked up with Bloom. And they say book 2, The Night Prince, is releasing early 2026. And then the 3rd book is coming out summer of 2026. So it's not gonna be indie published first or anything like that. I think it'll be with Bloom. And I'm kind of like sad I have to wait basically a whole year for book 3. Because I know this is gonna end on a cliffhanger. Like book 1 did not have a cliffhanger, and I need to know what happens in book 3 because I just know this is gonna be a brutal cliffhanger. But let me tell you, I don't know what it is about books this year, but I go from hating a character to loving a character, and certain things that have come out, I'm like I have theories. Like, I have theories about who is who and what is what and who is doing these things and what is gonna happen. I don't know if I'm right, but I hope we get the answers, at least some of them, in this book, because I just love a specific character now. Like, I'll just tell you, I love Blake, okay? Like, that means nothing to no one, but I love him, and I need his happiness to be what I think it's gonna be. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, I love it so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. I need his like HEA. I don't care what it is, but like, I ride or die for him. So yeah, secrets are coming out and I'm ready for it. Anyway, I'm gonna go finish The Night Prince. I'm gonna go hang out with Mochi. I have a meeting in 2 minutes that I need to get to. So that is my wild day in my life. I have my body armor. Is it body armor? This is not. I call it Under Armour, but that's a brand of like athletic wear. This is body armor with like some natural caffeine stuff in it to get me through the day. It is a little sour. Okay, bye. Hello guys. It's like 5 o'clock, okay? I just finished working. I was editing a video, and well, before I was editing a video, I finished The Night Prince. Okay, listen. I have no idea where this series is going. Like, I literally have no flipping clue what is happening, where's it going, anything. I don't understand. I have so many questions. I kind of was right on my guesses with certain things. Some things I had no idea that are like too much. It's so weird because I don't know if it is kind of fantasy, but it gives me paranormal vibes, like, if that makes sense. Like the nostalgic of Twilight with, well, that was vampires and werewolves. This is just werewolves, like wolves shifters and stuff like that. So it's like giving the, like, that kind of vibe. And it's like very nostalgic because I read so many like wolf shifter paranormal style fantasy books when I was younger, but more set in like an academy or this, like that was my bread and butter when I was a teenager. Like that's what I read, right? And so it's very nostalgic to me, but also I really, really like this author and the way that she tells the story, even though sometimes the female character, it's not like insufferable. She's not like insufferable, but like the way that she phrases things, she's like, oh, but I feel like this is not what it should be. And it's like alluding to some things to come, which I don't know why I notice it in this book more so, but I'm landing at like a 4.5. Like the vibes were vibing for this book. The vibes were so good. Like I loved this book. It was so fun. Like, is it probably the most perfect thing ever written? No. Like I'm pretty sure people have like their own critiques and stuff. But the audiobook, top tier narration. I am still a Blake girl. I don't know where the hell this series is going, but Blake is my dude. I love him so much. Like, I love him so much. It's giving like Edward versus Jacob vibes with characters in this world, and I have no idea where it's going, but I'm so ready. But I'm mad that, like I said, she got picked up with a bloom, so we have to wait till like a whole year for book 3 to come out. So I do hope the narrators stay the same and they come out simultaneously, because I really, really love the audiobooks. Like, I will hands down listen to the audiobook of the next books. I will say that I listen to these on Libro FM, but it's on Libro FM through Simon Maverick Audio. So that is the producer, and it's like a program they use Libro FM to give ALCs out. So yeah, that's basically what I got it. So thank you to them for allowing me to be part of your program and downloading these 2 books. I listened both the Wolf King and the Night Prince. Hands down, go pick up this series. It's so fun. I just like, it ends on cliffhangers, but this cliffhanger, I'm like, okay. Like, I know where she's going. I know things like how it's going to set up the next book, and I'm okay with that. And I like who she's currently with. Like, not with as in like with, but I mean like in the same vicinity, like traveling together. So I'm like, okay, we're good. Everything's fine. So I don't want to spoil anything, but I did have the best time reading that book. So not only did I finish the Sabatier series, I finished the Plated Prisoner series, and I'm officially caught up at least for the next year at minimum, because it's coming out summer 2026, the Wolf King series. I don't know what the series is called. I don't know what it's called, but this series, and I've loved it. So let me know in the comments if you like these type of videos. I like to try and do them once a month. I definitely need to update and find a new way for my series, because I have a series tracker page on my reading journal and it's full, and I don't want to continue with some of those series, and I don't know what to do because they're now permanent, so I'm probably going to do a digital one. So if you'd like to see that, I'll probably post it on my Patreon probably in September, which is always linked in the description box below. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far and you want to let me know, leave me a dagger emoji. Something happens at the end of Night Prince. The Night Prince, where it was like, with a dagger, and I was like, oh, gasp. The gasp that I gasped. Anyway, leave me a dagger emoji in the comments down below. I have too much. I can't even handle myself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content from me. As always, I hope you're living a novel life, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.